Your biggest problem that you overcome in life, the biggest problems you have, those are your biggest blessings. Okay? So this has been with the Health Matrix, where we break at the chains of our mental paradigms that hold us back and create unfounded fears and anxiety in a land of propaganda, insecurity, and mayhem. We've got the news, we've got the medical establishments, and we've got psychopaths at the helm. But anyway, I wanted to talk about your biggest gift, okay? So a lot of people go through life and they never really go through many problems. They just kind of go a straight line, much like a very boring book that no one would want to read. You know, and there's nothing to say that if that's what you really want to do, then obviously go right ahead. But, you know, the biggest ripples in the water, the biggest waves, the biggest valleys also have the biggest peaks. Have you noticed? So you're not going to get an adventurous life with some chutzpah on it without going through some trials and tribulations. In fact, that's what makes people better. And so I've had my fair share of very negative experiences and very negative choices that cost me quite a bit in multiple departments, bad decision making, but also I've gone on some pretty crazy little adventures and learned a lot, and that's what I'm here to teach and let people know about with this channel in the first place in my coaching business. So I focus on fitness and nutrition, but more than anything, it's mindset training. So if you ever do want to check me out, Tactical Nutrition Fit on Instagram, that's where I do my coaching, but I digress. This isn't a paid advertisement. The gym itself is such a great place to overcome obstacles because you're trying to get stronger. So what happens is you get stronger, you're able to move 50 pounds, and then the next time you still want to get stronger, now you have to move 55 pounds, right? So it gets harder. Then you have to move 60, 65, 70 pounds. Before you know it, you're moving 100 pounds, 150 pounds, right? And so the moral of the story with the gym to me is as you get stronger, it gets harder and harder and harder. The pressure gets higher and higher and higher, but you adapt to it. You get stronger. It's just that simple. And that's why it's a microcosm of the world in general, where if you're not getting uncomfortable, then you're not growing and then you're stagnating. And I think that's one reason why so many people have this anxiety, depression, all these mental issues is like something inside of you is telling you that you need to change or you want to change. Your higher self, the one that's outside of this matrix, you're like stuck in the matrix, but your higher self, your soul, whatever you want to call it, is outside of the matrix, right? You're like an avatar here, the way I see it. And it's telling you, hey, you know, you're getting too comfortable. This is not what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be laying around. You're not supposed to be stagnant, wasting time, wasting this fantastic body and mind that God gave you. And so you get anxiety and you get depression and you get restless, which is another reason to go exercise, guys. One of the many reasons to exercise. It's been proven, I'm not going to go into this video, that it helps alleviate instantly depression, anxiety, restlessness, even gives you more energy, believe it or not, depending on the type of exercise you do. It frees you, brings closer to nature. It gets you out of your own mind and into the physical realm, I guess you could say, the physical fitness realm. But actually it's bringing you into a higher vibrational state, which is what this is all about. When you raise your frequency, that's what escaping the health matrix is to me. We can use food, nutrition, fitness, all types of different things, learning, mentors, but in the end you're raising yourself to a higher vibrational state and then you attract higher things to you, and this is what successful people look like. And just as a side note, that's why this world, I think it is such a mess right now, because the people that tend to rule the world, that want to be in positions of power, people that do not need to be there. People go out to elect these people, these Joe Bidens, Justin Trudeau's, Trump's, whatever it is, and you know, psychopaths all across the world, tons of money, no personal development, and they're psychopathic at heart. And we shouldn't put too much mental energy into these people and things because they're out of our control. Realistically, you can go vote and you can go do this or that, but realistically, what you control is yourself. So going back to your biggest, a lot of times people, you hear a lot of like comeback stories from people that are in prison and then get out and create this like huge, fantastic lifestyle. I know Wes Watson comes to mind when I think of that, and countless others. People that go through really, really hard times, serve hard time, death of a loved one at a young age, growing up really, really tough circumstances. They persevere, and then they show you that it doesn't have to break you down. And so what will happen though is your biggest curse is also your biggest gift, but then it also kind of spirals back to being your biggest curse, because it's up to everyone out there to share your story and share what you've learned with the world. If you don't, you're selfish, really. It's like I've spent so many years myself reading tons and tons of books. This is a partial list, mainly on nutrition and health, personal development. But then I wasn't telling people about it. I was just hoarding the information, and I wasn't even applying a lot of it to myself. So what it becomes is just unapplied knowledge, unspread to the world, and that's selfishness. So, each of us has a gift. And it doesn't mean you have to go out and become a public figure or speak on camera or anything like that. Although in this age, it's a huge plus because it's such a great tool. It's a great way, while we can use this internet, while we have the freedoms that are being dwindled away by these psychopaths each and every day, you can still get these messages across, whether it's health, nutrition, personal development, or your gift, whether it's music, art, how to garden, something useful, right? Something that people can use to make the world a better place. Anything but politics. But what I'm saying to end this video, guys, is if you've gone through really hard times, or if you're currently going through a really, really hard time, just take that deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just do your best to just let that resentment go and that anxiety go. And it's going to come back. It pretty much comes back for me every single morning when I wake up, which is one reason why, on a tangent, the morning workout is so crucial to me. I usually work out twice a day, actually, if I can. But the morning workout, which I just did, is there to pummel me out of the lower frequency state, the anxiety and the resentment and things like that, because that's perfectly normal to feel. That's being a human being. You're not going to wake up and hop, skip, and jump right out of bed. But anyway, you just do the things to push through it, because knowing that when you get through the lows, you're going to reach the highs too. And they feel so much better, especially when you help people. When you've gone through those lows and then you overcome it and then you help someone else do the same thing, and it's like a candle lighting another candle, right? So that's all I got for today, guys. Got a very busy day ahead of me. But use those gifts. Take care of your health, your fitness. Break out of the matrix. Don't let it control you. And I will talk to you guys later.